Hello. How you doing? You're okay? What a night! I love coming. This is a local gig for me because I'm from Runcorn, which is it's a shithole. It's a shithole, isn't it? It's a yes. Thank you. You just spilled my first joke. You fucking bully. Anyway, yeah. So it is the place. It's quite a famous place. First of all, it's a place where the sitcom 2 Pints of Lager and a packet of Christmas film, which he just ruined. Which is ironic that it was filmed there because just like Runcorn, it was fucking shit. And it's also the place where the very rich and successful comedian John Bishop grew up. Did you know that? He was born in Liverpool and ended up growing up in Runcorn. He still lives in the area as well, which is great. He does a lot of stuff for charity in Runcorn. He does it all for free, which I think is fantastic because he's a millionaire. He's a very busy man. But he gives up his time to give a little bit back to Runcorn. Whenever he's out in Runcorn doing something for charity, I make a point of going round and robbing his house. It's great. Got loads of stuff, mate. But less now, obviously. But I didn't always want to be a comedian. When I was a kid, I actually wanted to be in the police, which for a family from Liverpool wasn't a good career choice, I'll be honest with you. The black sheep of the family. But I took it proper seriously. Like I had a list of people that I wanted to arrest, which included my next door neighbour. It was a woman with one tooth that my granddad called One Eater. And also on the list was my old school headmaster, because his eyes are too close together, and Sir Jimmy Savile. So if you'd listened to me, ladies and gentlemen, would have been a lot less touching, wouldn't it, pal? You okay there, mate? You look 3 seats to the window. You doing okay? What are you drinking there? Novichok? No. Shandy. All right, okay. You're driving, are you? You're on to me. Did you say you're on to me? That was really sick. He just looked at me and went, I'm on to you. Fuck. Is that because I said I wanted to be in the police? Okay, I'm going to leave that there. He's fucking scary, him. He wouldn't have shocked me. But yeah, it was great when I got to school, though. When I got to, I'm sort of like 5 years of age, I got to school. There was a lad in my class who always wanted to be in the police. We teamed up. We used to parade the playground trying to find anybody who was kicking off, you know what I mean? But we were 5 years of age, wasn't much going on. But we got a tip-off one day. We got a tip-off that some stuff was getting stolen from the tuck shop. I thought, great, we've got a case we can crack our teeth into, right? It was great. But unfortunately, Tony got too far into character, and he started planting sherbet on the black kids. So he's in the Met now, so good grounding for him, wasn't it? Well, yeah, I got bullied in school, ladies and gentlemen, and not because I wanted to be in the popo. Not for you. Kids can be quite cruel at school. They can pick on the tightest things, like the way you look. Obviously, I was gorgeous, so okay, fair enough. I wasn't. That's fine. Or it could be where your parents work or where you live. I was all right on that score, but I got picked on for wearing shit trainers. Believe that, right? This is like in the early 80s. It was at secondary school when everyone was wearing scallywear like Nike and Adidas, those kind of things. I had a pair of high-tech silver shadow, like fucking silver pasties on your feet. Not only a silver shadow shit, they're also bright fucking silver, so they can see you coming. I got called some terrible names. I got, hey up, here comes Captain Shit Shoes. That was one of them. The Tin Twat was another one. And Wanker, just Wanker. Didn't even mention the shoes. That was before I left the shop. But I was thinking backstage, I fucking hate Bono. Just thinking that, no reason. Anyway, so I get a lot of shit now as well. I don't get bullied anymore, but people always take the piss out of me. But I get shit now because I get drunk really quickly. I have 3 pints and I'm pissed. Anybody else get drunk really quickly in the room? Yeah. Yes, well, great. You know what? It does me head in, right? Because we get called shit drinkers, don't we? You're a shit drinker. When you think about it, the whole reason to have a drink is to get pissed. So if we're getting pissed quicker, we're fucking... Oh, thank you for joining in. That's great. Well, it is a cheap night out, but if we're shit drinkers, right, but we're getting drunk quickly, we're fucking smashing it, aren't we? That would have been better without your interjection, madam. I'm not going to lie. It's fine. That's all right. What's your name? Doesn't matter. That's all right, mate. What is your name? You're drinking. Is that your first one? All right. Yeah, thanks, mate. I'm going to stand over here for a minute. She's as scary as him. But yeah, so I was out recently with some mates, like some of my old school pals, and I was at the bar. Every time we had a pint, one of your mates was having a shot. I was like, slow down, mate. There's no need. We've got all night. Don't get pissed so quickly. He said, oh, don't worry about me, mate. I'm still the same as I was when I was a kid. Remember when we were younger? Not when we were little. That would have been weird, wouldn't it? When we were younger, so I could spend 150, 200 quid a night out, get back to my mum and dad's, and I'd still be sober. I said, yeah, oh, your mum and dad, you still live with them? He said, yeah, I can't afford to move out. I wonder why. It was good. Yes, it was good. You're right. Thank you for congratulating me. But I've had some mad jobs over the years. One of the first things I ever got paid for was taking drugs into Walton Prison, right? In a van, like not shoved up my ass. You know, a proper. I was a delivery driver for Walton Prison, right? And I used to work in a pharmaceutical warehouse. I used to take sugar-free methadone to Walton Prison. Who'd have thought that? Body-conscious smackheads. Who'd have thought that? You can be a smackhead, but you can also be thin. Well, you don't see any fat ones, do you? So it clearly fucking worked. I might try it myself. The smack diet. Anyway, right. So Walton Prison was on my round at 11 o'clock. And anyone who's been in Walton Prison will know that 11 o'clock is exercise time. You remember that, don't you, mate, when you were in there? I remember you, Knuckles McGee. No, fair enough. Anyway, so 11 o'clock exercise time, which was the same time that Walton Prison was on my rounds. And what would happen was you have to go through security, the van would get searched and you'd get searched, and you go through the gates, and then you take the stuff off the van and wheel it across to the pharmacy, right? So I was walking past at 11 o'clock, so all the hoods, I think that's what they're called, were exercising, right? And I was a good-looking fella back in the day, right? I got propositioned, I got catcalled, right? I got offered sex 6 times. To this day, I've never, ever felt so sexy. What a time to be alive. And the most notorious inmate at the time, this is like 1999, was a fella called Harold Shipman. Remember him, right? There's a few gaps in the room. Okay, what he was a GP, a doctor from South Manchester, who got charged with killing 250 people, 250 of his patients. But he's rumoured to have killed about 2,000, which makes him the worst serial killer in British history, which is unusual because when he killed the most, that makes you the best, really, doesn't it? But I don't make the rules. Anyway. But he went to the, this is no word of a lie, one of the screws told me this, right? I say screws, so I sound like I'm hard. One of the screws told me that he went to the governor, Harold Shipman, and said, I don't think you treat your patients well enough. What a fucking cheek. He killed 2,000 of his. I thought to myself, how shit has a hospital got to be when a man who killed 2,000 people is fucking complaining about the conditions? Cheeky bastard. Oh, you're yawning. That makes me feel great. Thanks, mate. What was your name again? Mick. And what do you do for a living, Mick? You're a bricklayer. That means you're hard as fuck. It doesn't mean you're hard as fuck. Right, well, I'll fucking have a go at you then. I wouldn't really. You look mental. Where you from, Mick? Wessie. West Vale. Oh, Kirby. Don't you want to say Kirby? No, I wouldn't either, to be fair, mate. Is it rough there, like? Is it? So you're a bricklayer and you live somewhere where it's rough as fuck. Are you sure you're not hard? Are you a hitman? You could be. You got a lovely smile, Mick. And is this your missus? How long have you been together? Oh, right, I wasn't looking at Mick, but that's fine. You just get answers for them. And where did you meet? At a wedding. Wasn't yours, was it? Right, okay. It was your brother's wedding. You're from Kirby. You weren't marrying your brother, were you? Oh, no, that's Runcorn. That's where I'm from. But yeah, then I left. I had this job in the warehouse. Then I ended up working at the big time because I got a job in a call centre. Woo! All right. The most successful member of my family. I became then because I'm the only one who had a fucking job. But I worked for a company called O2, if you remember them. If you remember them, they're still fucking going. What am I talking about? And I worked on a team full of lads half my age, and they lived in a completely different world to me. Like they're so confident around women, which staggered me because I was terrible with women when I was younger. I was so bad with women. I was a virgin until I was 22. You're right to be shocked, Mick, because I was a stunner back in the day. Well, I've always been a fat four-eyed Carl Pilkington, by the way. Or, as I was called last summer, the leader of UKIP, Paul Nuttall, remember him? Which wasn't a great nickname, but he did sell a lot of tickets in Burnley, so that was all right. But yeah, and I didn't have a clue about sex and positions and that kind of stuff. The only 69 I knew was egg for young off rice half chips from a local takeaway. I didn't have a clue. So this was back when I was working in this warehouse, and everyone that I was working with was much more experienced than I was, much older than me. They were all married, and they knew I was a virgin, Mick, because I fucking told them. I never thought they'd find it funny. So they used to always talk about sex in front of me to embarrass me and make me feel awkward. And one day I was walking across the yard, and this fella shouts out. He goes, "Hey, Colin, it's me and lads are having a bit of a chat. We want to know, have you ever had one of them 69s?" And I said, it's funny you should ask that today, mate, because I had one of those last night. He said, "Really? That's brilliant. How does he get on?" I said, "Well, I struggled, to be honest. My dad finished it off." Awkward, that, isn't it? Awkward, that. Because I'm from Runcorn, nobody batted a fucking eyelid. Listen. Inbreeding, innit? You know what I mean? So yeah, anyone, do you have a good summer? Anyone been away on holiday over the summer? Yes. And where did you go? Oh, so you were working? So you went on holiday then? What do you kind of work in holiday? A bit of both. What are you doing? Were you like getting people in the bars and that, selling them bongo and all that shit? Selling tickets for the events. Okay, what was your favourite event? None of them. Oh, brilliant. Okay, well, I'll have 2 tickets then to none of them. What a salesperson. What was it? Sorry? Oh, that's where people just get pissed and get fingered in it, then boat parties. That's what happens when I go on them, but I'm too old, so. Okay, well, thanks very much for that. Brilliant. Anyway, so I went away on holiday about 6 months ago. I went to Thailand. Anyone ever been to Thailand? Amazing place, mate. Someone shouted there that sounds like you shouldn't be allowed in Thailand, but that's fair enough. But it's great. I was so excited about going. I'd never been before. I love trying new things. And also, the reason I was excited was because my ex-girlfriend is of Thai descent. What it was, she was born in England, but her mum was from Thailand, and her dad was a pervert. So that's how they met. And I'm not judging, though. I'm not judging. But it's great that she was a lovely girl. She had an unusual name. Her name was Ping, which is actually, don't laugh at that. If you're racist, you are. No, that sounded like Yoda then, didn't I? If you're racist, it doesn't matter. Anyway, her name was Ping. Let's cut to the shit, right? Her name was Ping, which is a Chinese name, which means peaceful and calm, which really summed her up because she was a very laid back. She's a very laid back and quiet woman, but she had this really weird fetish, Ping, where she loved me to scream out her name over and over again while we were having sex, right? The first time we done it in my house, my flatmate thought the microwave was broke. Boom. Well, we don't know, fucking hell. But it's great. It's a very interesting place, Thailand. One of the best things, if anyone who's been will know about when you go to Thailand, is you meet people from all over the world. Not like if you go to Benidorm and finger a classroom assistant from Rotherham. You meet proper interesting people. I was in this bar one night and I was chatting to this girl who looked a bit like Ray Parlour. Remember him? Played for Arsenal. All right. Played for Arsenal, right? And I got chatting to her, asked the usual question. I said, so where are you from? And she turns out she was from Azerbaijan, right? Which I followed up with the most pointless question I've ever asked anybody in my whole life. I said, oh, really? Which part of Azerbaijan are you from? I don't even know where fucking Azerbaijan is. Asking that shit for. But I've just come back from the Edinburgh Festival. Has anyone ever been to Edinburgh? Yeah. I don't know, a week's run up there. Sometimes I was playing to as many as 6 people. It was an incredible experience. But it's a lovely place, Edinburgh. One thing that kind of disturbed me a little bit, though, was the amount of homeless people living there. It was awful. There's a lot of homeless people on the streets now. But in Edinburgh, it seemed particularly worse because Edinburgh is quite a well-to-do city. So there's like these big, huge buildings, like big department stores, or really fancy restaurants, and homeless people outside. And I used to walk to my gig every night and walk past this same bloke every day. He was lying there on the street with this big dog. And one day he called me over. He said, listen, mate, can you help me out? I said, what's up? He said, I'm having a really bad week. He said, I haven't got enough money to feed me and my dog. Can you help me out? I said, yes, so I shot his dog. Didn't really. I strangled it. I didn't. I shot him. I didn't. So, have you got any, it's bad that, isn't it? Edgy. Have you got any mums in the room? Gives you a cheer if you're a mum? Did you say yes then? Oh, you? Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense because no, it doesn't. Because this is your son. I was going to say you look. It doesn't matter. Anyway, right. My mum. Because I was quite shocked that you would have had children. Not so shocked that you have because you look like a mum. A very friendly face. Kill her for us, will you, mate? So anyway, my mum's a lovely lady. She's 72 years of age. And she's as mad as a clown's cock. So honestly, God, she is, right? We got her a soup maker for Christmas. Went around to see her. She said, Colin, she started making all these mad soups. She said, would you like a bowl of soup? I said, what kind is it? She was broccoli and Stilton. I said, I don't like Stilton, I'll give it a miss. She went, oh no, we didn't have any Stilton, so I used a Dairy Triangle instead. It was all right, actually. It fucking was. And then I went round on Mother's Day. Me and my sister went round for our dinner. My sister got her phone out, went to take a selfie. So my mum's like made up with herself. What are you doing there, Katie? You taking one of them onesies, are you? I was like, Mum, it's not called a onesie, it's called a selfie. She went, no, that's not a selfie. That's what your father used to do. It was my time of the month. Imagine hearing that from your old queen. Rank, innit? Rank. And I started wearing glasses about 12 months ago, right? I'd never worn glasses before. I was 45 when I started wearing them. I don't know if anybody wears glasses in the room. If you started wearing them later on in your life, they change your appearance and the face that you used to. So I was feeling, I'm not going to lie, I was feeling a bit self-conscious. So I went around to see my mum. I don't know about you guys. If I'm feeling a bit fed up, the person I tend to is my mum, because mums are lovely, really, aren't they? Okay, fair enough. No, they're not. That's fine. Well, mine is. So I said, Mum, what do you think of me glasses? She went, oh, they make you look a bit like a paedophile. I'm like, what? I said, that doesn't help. She said, oh, they really suit you. So that's fucking worse. It's fucking crackers, man. Anyway, isn't this club one of the best clubs in the country? It's fucking amazing, isn't it? I can't get booked at most of them, so that's fine. All right, Mick. Anyway, so yeah, enjoy the rest of your night. If you want to come and see me in the interval, I've got some DVDs to sell. They're not mine, they're John Bishop's. But come and see me anyway. Enjoy the rest of the show. Good night.